Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's conference matchup between the Lady Hornets of Huntsville High School and your Lady Bobcats of Waller High School. The Lady Bobcats are coming into this game with a 4-5 record in conference play and 12-9 overall. And they're looking to bounce back here tonight. They had a tough loss on Tuesday against Tomball High School where they lost 51-37. And now Huntsville is entering this game with a record of 3-7. And on Tuesday evening, the Lady Hornets lost to Magnolia High School 43-34. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you recall, the last time these two teams faced each other, the Lady Bobcats came out on top, and it was a very, very close match, winning only by 1 point at 50-49. And I have no doubt that, again, this will be another close game. As you all know, Cassie Aguilar of the Lady Hornets, she lights up the stat sheet. She currently has 5 points a game and averages about 1 assist a game, which is fairly good for the high school level. And she'll take on Miss Layla Blair, who is a freshman on this varsity team of the Lady Bulldogs. Excuse me, I did say the Lady Bobcats earlier. I sincerely apologize. It's the Lady Bulldogs. And she is another lady to look out for tonight. I'll likely be calling her all night long. Last week we saw when she played at home, she lit up the game after they won that game against the Bulldogs of Magnolia. She actually had about 20 points in that last game, and we expect just as much production from Layla Blair tonight. Now, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you visit our website, www.obnradio.com. That is obnradio.com to become a listening partner, or you can make an online donation through PayPal to help continue our coverage throughout the country. I'm going to take a timeout right here, ladies and gentlemen, but we will be right back here at Waller High School with exciting Lady Bulldogs basketball. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you are just joining us, you are tuned into the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We are currently here at Waller High School. I am Jordan Kerl here broadcasting to you live for exciting women's varsity basketball. And the women's junior varsity team did win their game prior to this one, so they're hoping to win both games here tonight for Waller High School. Now, we want to also thank our sponsors for all that they do for Open Mic Broadcast Network. We appreciate you. Lone Star College at Tomball, Edmonds Insurance Agency, Attorney Lee Van Richardson, Gunderson's Bookkeeping, District Attorney Elton R. Mathis, Trinity Christian Learning Center, Temple of Refuge Ministries, and Garland Harris Jr. Realtor. Thank you so much for all that you do for Open Mic Broadcast Network. And ladies and gentlemen, be sure to stay in touch with us and become a listening partner for Open Mic Broadcast Network. Visit our website, www.obnradio.com. That is www.obnradio.com, where you can make an online donation through PayPal to help continue our coverage throughout the country. And ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, we will have the starters and exciting women's varsity action here in Waller High School. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the station designed with you in mind.
Oh, say, can you see by the cloudy light what so proudly came at the twilight fast gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the heaven fire. Oh,
Kayla Johnson. Number 22, junior, Cassie Aguilar. Number 24, sophomore, Janika Jackson. The Lady Hornets are coached by head coach Penelope Johnson, assistant coaches Renisha Ashcraft and Gary Peck. And now, the starters for your Waller Lady Bulldogs. At guard, number 12, sophomore, Alicia Goodnight. At guard, number 14, freshman, Layla Blair. At forward, number 20, junior, Andy Shorter King. At guard, number 23, junior, Ray Harris. And at forward, number 54, junior, Mariah Stewart. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Waller High School. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network with yours truly, Jordan Kerl, here broadcasting live from Waller High School. The starters for the visiting Lady Hornets are Tysha Ray Wooten, Lania Harrell, Markayla Johnson, Kathy Aguilar, Janika Jackson. And head coach is Penelope Johnson and assisted by Ronisha Ashcraft. And the starters for your Lady Bulldogs are Alicia Goodnight, Layla Blair, Angela Shorter Kinney, Ray Harris, and Mariah Stewart. Head coach is Nikisha Durham, assisted by Chris Donaldson. Tip-off is about to begin shortly, and it's sure to be a tight one again. As I mentioned earlier, it was only a 1-point victory for the Lady Bulldogs the last time these two teams met. And the game is about to kick off. Tip-off right now. And we're off. The Lady Bulldogs have control of the tip, but it's stolen by number 22, Aguilar. She kicks it to Jackson. Jackson goes up for it, and the shot is no good. Rebounded by Blair. She takes it down, passes to Goodnight. Goodnight goes up, and the score is good. Goodnight puts the first 2 points on the board for the Lady Bulldogs of this game. And the Lady Hornets are going to bring it down. Jackson has it on the right side, setting it up for the Lady Hornets. The Lady Hornets are going to pass it to Aguilar, who goes up, and the shot is good. The Lady Bulldogs are taking it out, pass to Layla Blair. They're running a full-court man defense right now. That's the Lady Hornets. Goodnight drives it down the court, passes it to Shorter Kinney. Back up to Blair, who shoots the long three, and it's a little off, rebounded by Harris. Harris pass to Goodnight. Goodnight pass to Stewart, and Stewart shot is good. A couple of hands in her face. Great shot from her. Aguilar is taking it down for the Hornets. Good tip by Goodnight, but the Hornets are able to recover. Wooten is going to swing it to the right. Sets it up. Pass to Jackson. Jackson kicks it back to Johnson. Johnson shoots a three, and it's way off. Blair rebounds it for the Bulldogs. Passes it ahead to Kinney, who a little overpassed, but she keeps it in for the Lady Bulldogs. Pass it back to Blair. Blair goes up. Tough shot, no good. Rebounded by the Hornets. Aguilar taking the ball down the court. Aguilar passes it right to Johnson. Johnson passes it into Jackson. Jackson goes up. The shot is no good. Blair with another rebound. Blair taking it coast to coast. Goes up at the and it's no good. Goodnight rebounds it. Another shot from Goodnight. That's a little off. Another offensive rebound for the Lady Bulldogs. And Goodnight kicks it to Stewart. And Stewart is fouled by Lania Harrell. The Bulldogs will have it under their basket. Some substitutions coming in for the Lady Hornets. That's Spivey and Utley coming into the game. Stewart is unable to keep control of the ball, and Wooten is going to take it down the court, has a man. She gets her pass off to her. Utley, there is a foul on the floor. Utley is fouled. That looks like by Shorter Kinney. That's going to be the first foul for the Lady Bulldogs. With 5:42 left in the first quarter, the score is 4-2. The Lady Bulldogs are on top. Passes inbounds to Spivey. Spivey's going to shoot it. It's no good. Blair with another rebound. Blair is going to cross up two defenders working on Johnson right now. Johnson does tip it, though. Blair recovers. Blair still working on Johnson. And Blair is fouled, taking it down the court. That foul is on the floor. Johnson fouls Blair. The Bulldogs will have the ball on the side. Blair passes it to Kenny. Blair drives. Stewart not ready for that pass. And it's going to be a jump ball. Possession is for the Lady Hornets. Wooten is going to pass it to Johnson. Running a full man defense here is the Lady Bulldogs. Johnson passes it to Wooten. Wooten is going to take a two, for a long two, but it's no good. Running for the pass, and it's going to be out of bounds on the Lady Bulldogs Hornet ball. With 5 minutes left in the first quarter, the score is still 4-2. Lady Bulldogs on top. Johnson has the ball, dribbling right. Looking for a man down low. Bad pass from Johnson, and Goodnight steals it. Goodnight is driving down, up, and the layup fast break attempt, is no good, but she is fouled. That foul is going to be on Johnson. Yet again, that's going to be her second foul. And Goodnight is on the line shooting two. The first shot is good. She does get the friendly bounce. Some substitutions for the Hornets. Kelsey McGowan's coming in for Johnson. Goodnight's second shot is good. And now that brings the score to 6-2. 4:44 remaining in the game. Aguilar taking it down the court. She passes it out of bounds. That's going to be ball for the Bulldogs. The Lady Hornets are running another full court man defense. Harris takes it out, passes it to Blair. Wooten on Blair. Blair is working on Wooten right now and gets it to Goodnight. Goodnight passes it to Stewart. Stewart passes it back to Goodnight, and that three is way off. Good hustle from the Hornets to try to keep it alive, but was not able to get it inbound to one of her players. That's going to be back to the Bulldogs. Blair passes it to Goodnight. Goodnight passes it to Blair. Blair working on the defense, kicks it to McKinney, and back to Blair. Blair passes to Goodnight. Goodnight to Stewart. Stewart passes it to Kenny down low. Kenny goes up, and the shot is good. 3:56 remaining. The Bulldogs on top of the Lady Hornets 8-2. Hornets taking the ball down the court. Jackson has it on the left side. Gives it back to Wooten. Wooten is going to shoot a long three, and that's no good. Rebound by the Lady Bulldogs. Fast break for Goodnight. Another one, and she goes up, and the layup fast break is good. Another 2 points for Goodnight. She is definitely putting on a show right now, just beating them in defense. The Hornets are taking it down the court, and a blocking foul is called on Ray Harris. That's her first one of this game. Hornets will have the ball on the side, and Jasmine Watson is going to check in along with Cameron Matoyer. Wooten has it on at the top for the Lady Hornets. Johnson passes it down low to Spivey. Spivey goes up, and it's no good. Rebounded. Mariah Stewart. Good defensive effort by the Hornets, and Spivey steals it and gets the 2 on a good defensive play after she missed it. Blair is going to take it down the court for the Bulldogs. Blair passes it down low. Good pass to Watson. She's unable to complete the layup. And the Hornets have the ball. Ooh. Jackson is not able to hold on to the ball. It's a frenzy right now trying to get the ball. And no one comes up with the possession. So that's actually, the Hornets did knock it out of bounds. So it's going to be the Bulldogs' ball. Blair is going to take it down for the Lady Bulldogs. Ronisha Logan just checked in as well. Blair shoots it. It's a little long. Off the mark tonight. Blair. Harris is going to clean up a bad pass from Metoyer. Harris is going to pass it back to Blair. Blair passes it back to Harris. And Harris is going to drive, pass it back to Blair. Blair goes up on the corner, and it's no good. Short again for Blair. That's going to be Lady Hornets' ball. With 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter, the Lady Bulldogs are up 10-4 over the Hornets as they take the ball down the court. Aguilar passes it down low to Spivey. Spivey goes up from the top of the key, no good. And bringing it down the court is Metoyer. She passes it to Logan. Logan goes up for the layup. It's no good. Hornets are going to rebound the ball. And Jackson is going to take it down the court for the Lady Hornets. She's driving and is unable to get the shot off and actually gets a charge called on her offensive foul. Logan was right there waiting for that one. And that's going to be Lady Bulldogs' ball. 1:27 remaining in the first quarter. The score is still 10-4. Lady Bulldogs on top of the Lady Hornets of Huntsville High School. Blair bringing it down the court for the Lady Bulldogs. Passes it to Goodnight. Back to Blair. Blair is going to pass it to Metoyer. Metoyer passes to Goodnight. Goodnight is driving and goes up on the layup, and she gets the friendly bounce, and that is going to count. 12-4, 1 minute remaining in this first quarter. Lady Bulldogs are on top. Lady Hornets are picking up the pace, and they turn it over. Blair is going coast to coast right now, driving, passes to Goodnight, wide open three. Not good, no good. And it is going to be tipped out of bounds by the Lady Hornets. Lady Bulldogs ball. Kerl is going to check back in, as well as Brittaria Mack is going to come in to this one. 44 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 12-4, Lady Bulldogs on top. Harris is going to pass it to Goodnight. Goodnight is going to drive, and they're going to call a foul, a holding foul, on number 10. That is Lania Harrell, who just checked in. And she's going to come out, and Rakaya Utley is going to check back into the game. Blair is taking it out for the Lady Bulldogs. The Lady Bulldogs are going to pass it to Goodnight, who has been a star tonight for the fast break point. And Watson is going to pass it back to Goodnight. Goodnight goes up. It's no good. Rebounded by the Hornets. Pass. Rebounded by Utley. She passes it to Aguilar, who's going to take it down the court. Aguilar goes up with a nice teardrop, but it's no good. Jump ball. That is going to go possession for the Lady Bulldogs. It is 14 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The Lady Bulldogs are on top, 12-4. Blair is going to take her time taking the ball down. Wooten is going to take a step up to get some pressure on her. Good block. And Blair's shot is no good, rebounded by Wooten. Wooten is going to try to take it down, but that's going to do it for the first quarter. Her shot not in time. The score is 12-4 at the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. The Lady Bulldogs are on top of the Lady Hornets of Huntsville High School, and you are listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, visit our website, www.obnradio.com. That is www.obnradio.com to become a listening partner, or you can make an online donation through PayPal to help continue our coverage throughout the country. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to sincerely apologize about the technical difficulties that we experienced in that second half of that second quarter. However, I just wanted to give you all an update. We are now at halftime. The score is 29-14. The Lady Bulldogs are on top of the Lady Hornets of Huntsville High School. We're here at Waller High School Stadium, and you are, Waller High School Gymnasium, and you are listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And make sure you visit us to become a listening partner. Visit our website, www.obnradio.com. That's www.obnradio.com to become a listening partner. Or you can make an online donation through PayPal to help continue our coverage throughout the country. Stick around. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the station designed with you in mind. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready to wrap up halftime here at Waller High School. You are listening to Open Mic Broadcast Network, the station designed with you in mind. I am Jordan Kerl, and I'm here to remind you to visit our website, www.obnradio.com. That's www.obnradio.com to become a listening partner, or you can make an online donation through PayPal to help continue our coverage throughout the country. Make sure that you also stay with us for some first half highlights, which I have right here. And actually, I'll do them right now since we have about 30 seconds remaining in the halftime. Blair, for the Lady Bulldogs, Blair has 12 points, and Goodnight is also leading the way with 8 points. And for Huntsville, Wooten and Smith both have 3-pointers apiece. Now, just some analysis from my point of view right now. The Lady Bulldogs are very consistent right now. They need to keep doing what they need to do and do not create turnovers. Stay strong on defense. I think that's what's been the difference maker for them, actually. They have been strong on defense. They understand what their plays they need to make, and they anticipate the passes ahead of time, which we've seen several times with Blair getting steals from poor placed passes from the Hornets. The Hornets have to limit their turnovers and do a better job controlling the ball if they want to get back in this game. And we're about to get right now to action. The Lady Bulldogs have the ball going the other way. And Harris is looking for a man. Goodnight runs up just in time to get that pass off. The Lady Hornets are actually running a man defense, what seems like. And Goodnight's pass to Kenny is Kenny shoots it. It's a little too strong. Stewart is under the basket getting her own rebounds, and she is fouled. That foul is going to be called on number 5, Spivey. Her first foul of the game. Stewart is on the line shooting 2. Stewart's first shot is no good. And we have some substitutions coming in for the Lady Hornets. Aguilar and Johnson are going to check back in the game. Stewart, her second shot is no good, just a little too short. And the Lady Hornets are going to take over. The Lady Bulldogs right now calling out their men, who they're going to defend. running a man defense. Aguilar trying to get her pass to Johnson. Cannot. Good defense from Blair. She passes it instead to Spivey. Spivey's going to kick it to Johnson. Johnson, shot is no good. Whoop, right there for the rebound. And then she fouled, trying to take the second shot opportunity by Goodnight. That's going to be Goodnight's third foul here in this game. First team foul. Wooten on the line shooting two. Wooten's first shot a little too far to the right. And substitution coming in, Goodnight, is going to be replaced by Matoyer at the point. Wooten, her second shot is no good. Kenny with the rebound for the the Bulldogs. Blair taking the ball down. Almost lost the dribble. Almost lost the dribble again. Still working on Wooten. Passes it to Harris. Harris is going to give it back to Blair. Blair passes it down low to Kenny. Kenny Aguilar gets caught up with Kenny. It's going to be called a jump ball. Lady Hornets are going to have possession. Aguilar taking the ball down. Still running a man defense from the Bulldogs. Aguilar passes it to Johnson. Johnson is going to be called. Blair's going to be called for a foul. That one's going to be on the floor, not in the act of shooting. So that is Blair's first foul of the game. Hornets have the ball under their basket. Blair on Johnson. Johnson passes it to Spivey. Spivey passes it back to Johnson. Johnson setting up the play. Johnson passes it to Utley. Utley loses it. And Wooten and Matoyer called for a jump ball. Possession arrow is for the Lady Bulldogs. Matoyer going to take the ball down the court. They're going to run a defense on Blair. Full court now. And Harris, wide open at the top, does not take the shot. Instead passes to Matoyer. Passes it back to Blair. Blair. They're going to call a foul on Wooten. A little too tight on the defense on Blair. That is Wooten's second foul of the game. Blair passes it to Kenny. Kenny kicks it to Matoyer. Matoyer passes it to Harris. Harris to Blair. They're swinging it back over to the other side. Matoyer shoots the three, and it's no good. Fumbling it for the rebound right now. Hornets come up with it. Hornets, they pass it to Johnson. Johnson taking it coast to coast. Johnson going to slow it down, rethink that one. She's going to go up at the top, and it's no good. Kenny is going to let it go out of bounds. That's going to be the Lady Bulldogs ball. With 5:51 remaining in the third quarter, your score is 29-14. Still no points here in the second half. Blair taking it down the court. Wooten on defense. Running a 2-2 defense is the Lady Hornets. Blair passes to Matoyer. Matoyer passes it back to Blair. Blair shot's a little too strong. Rebound, Lady Hornets. Spivey driving, takes it down, passes to Utley. Utley shoots it, and it's fouled. That foul is going to be called on Kenny. Kenny's first foul of the game. Utley is on the line shooting two. First shot is no good. Subs for the Hornets. McGowan is going to come in for Spivey. Utley's second shot is no good. Rebound, Harris for the Bulldogs. Harris is driving, passes it up the court to Matoyer. Matoyer passes to Stewart. Stewart is going to get fouled in the act of shooting. She's going to the line to shoot two. And that foul is going to be called on, looks like that was Utley. That's her third foul of this game. Stewart on the line shooting two. Stewart's first shot is, again, just a little short. Coach Durham telling Stewart to stick with her regular routine, do what she knows. And her second shot is a little too short as well. The Hornets are going to take over. Still scoreless in the second half of play. 5:17 remaining. And Johnson is going to try to push it, almost loses the dribble, picks it back up, and passes it down low to Utley. Utley goes up, still scoreless. Shot is no good. The ref says that Stewart knocks it out of bounds. It's going to stay down here. Lady Hornets ball. They're going to pass it to McGowan. Almost wasn't ready for it. Johnson gets the ball. Johnson's pass is deflected, picked up by Blair. Blair's driving, almost fouled. Blair working on three defenders and goes up with a nice teardrop. Good shot by Blair. First 2 points of this half. Aguilar is going to push the pace, bring it down the court, and the shot is no good. And the Lady Hornets, one of the Lady Hornets offense defenders knocked it out of bounds. So it's going to be stick with Lady Bulldogs ball. Harris looking to get it to Blair. Blair passes it to Scranton, who did not play the first half, but is in for the second half. Blair working on McGowan. Blair passes it to Harris. Harris goes up and is fouled. That foul is going to be called on Markayla Johnson. Johnson's third foul of the game. Harris on the line shooting 2. Harris's first shot is good. With 4:18 remaining, the score is 32-14. The Lady Bulldogs on top. Jackson is going to check back into this game. She's been an essential playmaker tonight for the Lady Hornets. Harris on the line shooting her second one, and she gets a friendly bounce, bringing the score to 33-14. 4:18 remaining in the third quarter. Aguilar taking the ball down for the Lady Hornets. Jackson at the top. Jackson shoots the long 2. Does not get the ball in. Bad shot. And is fouled by Blair. That is going to be Blair's second foul of this game, sending Jackson to the line to shoot 2. That makes it 14 fouls apiece for the Lady Hornets and Lady Bulldogs. Jackson's first shot is good. And Jackson's second shot is good. Excuse me, they called that shot a 3. So she's actually shooting 3 on the line. I did say 2 a minute ago. This is her third shot. Her third shot is going to be good. She gets 2 out of 3 from the line, 66%, which is a positive. Bringing the score to 33-16. The Lady Bulldogs still on top of this one. Harris goes up with the shot, a little short. Looks like it was tipped by Aguilar. Rebounded by Utley, passing it to Jackson. Jackson passes it back to Aguilar. Aguilar takes it down the court. Looks like she wanted to shoot that 3, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds by Scranton. Scranton makes it Lady Hornets ball. Wooten passes it to Jackson. Jackson shoots a long 2, and it's a little too far to the right. Rebounded by Watson. Watson passes to Harris. Harris looking for Blair. Got tight defense on her now. Blair goes, passes to Kitty. Kitty wasn't ready, but plays it up. Scranton. Shot is blocked by Utley. Utley is down the court. Harris tipped that pass. Almost a fast break. Prevents it. Now Harris passes it to Watson. Watson passes to Harris and slowing it down here. Got some tight defense on Blair. Blair swinging it to the right to Scranton. Scranton goes up. A little too strong. Rebound Aguilar for the Lady Hornets. She is pushing the pace coast to coast. Takes a step back. Jackson bringing it down the court for the Lady Bulldogs. Passes to Harris. Harris setting up the play. The Lady Hornets are in the 2-3 defense right now, trying to force the Lady Bulldogs to shoot outside and get the steal. Jackson is driving, back right, and she's good. Cutting into that lead slowly but surely of the Lady Bulldogs. The score is now 33-21, and it looks like Coach Durham noticed that they're cutting into that lead, so she calls a full timeout right now. The score is 33-21 with 2:16 remaining in the third quarter of play. You are listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the station designed with you in mind. And since we always have you in mind, you can also be a listening partner by visiting our website, www.obnradio.com. That is www.obnradio.com. You can make an online donation through PayPal to help continue our coverage throughout the country. We're going to stay right here and recognize some of our sponsors, ladies and gentlemen, starting off with Lone Star College in Tomball. They offer higher education opportunities for everyone. Transfer classes will save you money as you work towards your bachelor's degree. Or we offer workforce training in a variety of exciting fields. Check out your options at lonestar.edu Tomball at LSC/Tomball. It's about you. And as we said before, here at Open Mic Broadcast Network, we always have you, the listeners, in mind, and we want to know what you think about us. Let us know on OBN-Radio.com. We are always open to your feedback and love to hear from our listeners. Back to the action on the court. The Lady Bulldogs are going to have the ball. Ray Harris is going to take it out for the Lady Bulldogs. Some tight defense on the guards now. Blair gets the pass in, drives in, and passes to Scranton. Scranton's shot is a little too strong. Scranton has it on the little stronger side here tonight. She's probably going to take a step back in a moment, probably talk that over with Coach Durham as she heads to the bench. Goodnight is going to check back in. Great job from Scranton here tonight so far. And great job by Goodnight. As I mentioned, she did have 8 points in the first half. Excuse me. Aguilar brings it down the court. She shoots the long two, and that is good. Blair takes it out. Goodnight taking it down the court. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter of play. Goodnight working on Spivey. Go drive all the way. That shot is no good. And Logan is right there to clean it up and kicks it out top to Harris. They're going to reset. Harris passes it to Goodnight. Goodnight looking for Kenny. Tight defense on her. Goodnight shot is up. It's a little too strong. No good. Rebounded by Jackson of the Lady Hornets. Jackson passes it to Aguilar. Aguilar takes it down the court. Aguilar looking for Jackson. Jackson calling for the ball. Tight defense on her tonight as well. Tipped. Logan. But Utley cleans it up, gets the ball back. Utley loses the dribble, and Blair tries to get it. And Goodnight gets the steal. She's on the fast break right now, really going. And she does complete that by getting the 2. 1 minute remaining. 35-23 is the score. Lady Bulldogs on top. Aguilar is going to take the ball down the court. Aguilar kicks her own dribble. And it goes off the hands of the Lady Hornets. It went off with several hands first, actually, ladies and gentlemen. But the last hand to touch was the Lady Hornet. So that's going to be Lady Bulldogs ball. 44 seconds remaining in this one. 35-23 is your score. The Lady Bulldogs are on top of the Lady Hornets of Huntsville High School. Blair is going to drive, push the pace, but she's going to slow it down. Matoyer back up to Blair. Blair working on Wooten. Blair working. Blair passes it to Harris. Matoyer up at the top, back to Harris. Down to Kenny. And Kenny is going to pass it to Logan, who gets it in for 2. And McGowan is going to take the ball down for the Lady Hornets. They'll probably hold for the last shot here. But Blair attempts the pass, but Jackson recovers it. Jackson is going to drive and get fouled. Great offensive efforts from Jackson. We see her play very aggressive in and out for the Lady Hornets. that foul is going to be called on number 10. Oh, excuse me, that's not number 10. That's number 20, Kenny. Jackson's first shot is good. Smith is going to check back in for this one for the Lady Hornets, and Mariah Stewart is also going to come in the game for the Lady Bulldogs. Jackson's second shot is no good. Rebounded by Kenny. Kenny passes it to Harris. Harris gives it to McClure. McClure gets the shot off, but it's short. And that's going to end the third quarter of play here, ladies and gentlemen. The score is 37-24. You are listening to yours truly, Jordan Kerl, here on Open Mic Broadcast Network, serving the community through faith and athletics. Stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network with yours truly, Jordan Kerl, here at Waller High School Gymnasium, where the Lady Bulldogs are on top of the Lady Hornets of Huntsville High School, 37-24. We are now entering our final quarter of exciting women's varsity action tonight, and the Lady Hornets are going to have the ball to start this quarter off. Aguilar sets up, and Wooten is going to shoot almost immediately, and the shot is no good. Matoyer gets the rebound, passes it to Harris. Harris is going to drive in, gives it to Kenny, and Kenny's shot is no good, rebounded by Johnson. Johnson is going to drive the ball. She's going to slow it down, wait for some of her people to get down there. Aguilar shoots the three, and it's good. That is going to make the score 37-27 for the Lady Bulldogs still on top. Harris taking the ball down the court for the Lady Bulldogs. She passes it to Matoyer. Matoyer passes it back to Harris. And then Harris is going to pass it back to Matoyer, down low to Kenny. And Kenny is wrapped up and is called for a foul. And excuse me, Kenny is not called for the foul. The foul is called on Jackson. That is Jackson's fourth foul. Lady Bulldogs take it out. Matoyer is wide open. She takes the shot, and the shot is good. Counts the bucket, 39-27. Is the score. 7 minutes remaining in this one. Johnson is going to bring it down the court for the Lady Bulldogs. The Lady Hornets. Drives it, and she goes up. The shot's a little too strong. Almost got her on rebound. Ref is calling a foul. That's going to be against, I am still trying to figure out who the foul is called on. Well, they're going to call it on the Lady Hornets. The Lady Bulldogs. That's going to be against Ray Harris. Harris still in the game. They're calling, Johnson throws the ball away. And it's going to be Lady Bulldogs ball. Harris is going to come out. Good night. He's going to check back in for the Lady Bulldogs. Still playing that tight defense on Blair. Don't want her to inbound the ball whatsoever. They are now switching to a man defense, the Lady Hornets. Blair passes to Stewart. Stewart just wasn't ready for that one, and she turns it over. Wooten taking the ball down the court. Aguilar working on Stewart. Aguilar goes up for the two in the paint, and she's good. Blair, they're playing a full court man defense right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is getting intense. Blair's going to take it all the way, and they're going to call a blocking foul against Aguilar as Blair was getting ready to drive that one into the hoop. That's going to be the first foul on Aguilar, and that's going to send Blair to the line to shoot two. Blair's first shot is no good. Spivey is going to check in for McGowan for the Lady Hornets. Blair's second shot is good, and the Lady Hornets are going to push the pace. Aguilar taking it down the court, looking for a man. Doesn't have anyone, and that's going to be 5-second violation call against the Lady Hornets. Great defense right there from the Lady Bulldogs. And Matoyer is going to go out to take the ball for the Lady Bulldogs. Blair. They're trying to trap Blair right here. Blair controls her dribble, and it's actually going to be fouled by Spivey. This is Spivey's second foul, 17th foul that's going to send the Lady Bulldogs into the bonus. Blair is on the line shooting 1-1. Blair's first shot is good with 5:44 remaining in this game. The Lady Bulldogs are on top 41-29. And Blair's second shot is also good, so that's going to make the score now 42-29. Aguilar is going to pass it to Wooten, who's wide open for a long two, and it's a little too strong. And the Lady Hornets, Spivey, she's going to tip it out of bounds. That's going to be Lady Bulldogs ball, playing full court defense, as I mentioned earlier, trapping Blair here. Blair is going to keep hold of her dribble and actually break the press. And she's going to set it up for the Lady Bulldogs. Man-to-man defense here. Spivey, Kenny's pass. It's a good night. Good night's no good. But Stewart is right there to clean the mess up. And she gets the two and is about to shoot the and one. Great offensive effort right there from Stewart. She's always under the basket, ready to get the rebound, and it pays off right here in this one. Stewart is on the line shooting the and one. And she does not complete it. However, Matoyer does snatch the rebound and passes it to Blair. Blair is up top working on Wooten. Blair's pass to Kenny down low is good. And they call a foul on the floor for Kenny against Lania Harrell. That's going to be Harrell's fourth foul of this one. Utley and Jackson are going to check back into the game. Kenny is on the line shooting the 1-1. Her first shot is good, so she's going to shoot another one. Kenny's second shot is good. That's going to bring the score to 46-29 with 5:05 remaining in the game. Aguilar is pushing the pace, going to pass it to Johnson. Johnson looks for Wooten. Wooten passes it to Utley. Utley is going to be stripped, but they're actually going to call a foul. Utley is on the line shooting. Now the Lady Hornets are going to enter into the bonus. That's going to be a foul on Goodnight. Goodnight's fourth foul. She's going to come out of the game. Harris is going to come back in. Utley is on the line shooting 1-1. Utley's first shot is good. And Utley's second shot is no good. She's 1 of 2 from that stripe, and Johnson is going to actually pick up the rebound and then go back up. She doesn't get the shot in, but she does get fouled for 2 extra opportunities. That's going to be foul called on Blair. That's her third foul of the game. Johnson's first shot, it's good. Perfect through the net. Johnson, second shot. It goes up, and it's no good. Kenny's right there, saves it, gets the rebound. Harris, double team. And they call a jump ball very quickly on that one. And it's going to stay with Bulldogs ball. They're running a full court man defense here on the Lady Bulldogs. The score is 46-31, 4:43 remaining in this game. The Hornets are slowly cutting into the Lady Bulldogs lead, ladies and gentlemen. Layla Blair is going to drive all the way and not finish the layup, but Kenny's right there to clean it up and get the shot off and in. That's going to be another two for the Lady Bulldogs. The Hornets bringing the ball down. Jackson's going to shoot it up quick. The three is no good. Stewart right there for the rebound. Stewart fighting for it to hold it. And she finally called for a foul. That foul is going to be on Markayla Johnson. She's going to shoot the 1-and-1. Excuse me, no. She's going to shoot two because that is now the 10th team foul for the Lady Hornets. That's Johnson's fourth foul. Stewart hits her first free throw of the night, and the crowd does go wild. Stewart's second free throw is also good. She makes the two. Perfect from the line right on that attempt. And back is going to check in and shoot pretty quickly. Does not make it. Blair is going to pass it to Matoyer. Matoyer does not get the easy layup opportunity. And Kenny is going to get her rebound and gets fouled under the basket. They're going to call that foul on Brittaria Mack. That's going to be her second foul of the game. Kenny on the line shooting two. Kenny's first shot is no good. Kenny's second shot is also no good. Rebound, Lady Hornets. Jackson gets the rebound, passes it to Aguilar. Aguilar passes it to Wooten. Wooten is going to shoot that long three, and it's a little short. Blair gets the rebound, driving, pushing for the Lady Bulldogs. Passes it to Kenny. That pass was just a little too far ahead of her. That's going to be a turnover for the Lady Bulldogs. Lady Hornets ball. With 3:45 left in the game, the Lady Bulldogs are on top of the Lady Hornets, 50-31. Coach Johnson is going to call a timeout, talk it over with the girls. And ladies and gentlemen, we just want to remind you to visit our website, www.obnradio.com. That is www.obnradio.com to become a listening partner, or you can make an online donation through PayPal to help continue our coverage throughout the country. You're listening to Open Mic Broadcast Network, serving the community through faith and athletics with yours truly, Jordan Kerl. We're actually about to go back to the action here at Waller High School Gymnasium, where the Lady Bulldogs are taking on the Lady Hornets of Huntsville High School. It is 3 minutes remaining in this game. The Lady Bulldogs are on top, 50-31. Both teams are in the bonus. The Lady Bulldogs are in the double bonus, however. And Aguilar is going to take the ball down the court, drive it, pass it to Wooten. Wooten kicks it to Jackson. Jackson goes up. No good. Kenny is right there to get the rebound for the Lady Bulldogs. Batoyer passes it to Blair. Blair is going to pass it to Harris. What a good pass. Great pass. Good shot. 2 easy buckets for the Lady Bulldogs. The Hornets are going to push the pace. Johnson taking down, passes to Jackson. Jackson takes a long three, and it's good. Easy shot. She made that look very easy from the top of the key. 52-34 is the score. That pass from Matoyer is going to be tipped out of bounds. The Lady Bulldogs still have the ball. As I said again, running full court man defense here at the end of this game. Blair is pushing the ball down the court against Wooten. Wooten does not get the steal. Blair passes it to Matoyer. Matoyer passes it to Harris. Harris is wide open. Does not take the shot. McKinney goes up. Tough shot. No good. Rebound Johnson of the Lady Hornets. Matoyer is fighting for it, and she gets it. And Coach Durham sees that almost got stolen, and she calls a timeout. She calls a full timeout. So she calls a timeout. We're going to take a timeout right here, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network with Jordan Kerl. And don't forget, we are the station designed with you in mind. We will be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to come back just a little bit earlier to let you all know it looks like a Lady Hornets player was limping off of the floor. That was number 12, Markayla Johnson. She did get up on her own and looks like she's going to actually come back into the game. No, excuse me, she's not going to come back into the game. Looks like it's an ankle or something like that from this vantage point. The Lady Bulldogs have the ball. Kenny passed from Blair. Kenny passes it to Goodnight. Goodnight drives it all the way and takes the layup. It's no good. Rebound by Kenny. Kenny is stripped by Jackson. Jackson is going to drive down the court for the Lady Hornets, looking for an opportunity. And Blair is called for a foul. Blair does not agree with the call, vocally expressing her disappointment, I guess, in the call. I was looking for the right word, and I couldn't quite find it, unfortunately. But that is going to send Jackson to the line to shoot. The first shot is no good. And Spivey is going to check in for the Lady Hornets. And Madison Red is going to check in for the first time tonight for the Lady Bulldogs. Kenny gets the rebound. Harris passes it to Blair. Blair's dribble is going to be tipped out of bounds by Wooten. Harris has the ball, passes it to Blair. Blair going to take it up the court. Looks like Blair working on Wooten now. Blair driving it. Ooh. Harris wasn't quite ready for that pass, and it's another turnover for the Lady Bulldogs. With 2 minutes remaining in this game, the score is 52-34. Aguilar is going to drive it, and she's going to shoot the long three. It's no good. Kenny's going to get the rebound. Goodnight is driving again. Fast break opportunity here. Harris, the pass to Harris, and Harris is going to get called for travel. So that is yet another turnover for the Lady Bulldogs. The Lady Hornets are driving the ball again. Aguilar working. There's Jackson. Jackson shoots the long three, and it's too far left. That's going to bring up Lady Bulldogs ball. Harris out of bounds for the Lady Bulldogs. Passes it to Blair. Blair going to speed up the court. Goodnight drives. Passes it to Red. Red gets tangled in a jump ball. It's going to be Lady Hornets possession. And we have the bench being cleared by Coach Durham. That's Kayla Abs checking in. Tiana Scranton, as well as Rodnisha Logan checking into this one. Spivey has the ball. Aguilar up top. And passes it to Wooten. Wooten has it to Jackson, and they're going to call Logan for a foul on Jackson. That's going to send Jackson to the line to shoot two. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining in this game. The score is 52-34. The Lady Bulldogs are on top of the Lady Hornets. They're shooting the double bonus. Yes, the double bonus. They have turned on these bright yellow flashing lights in our direction. Kind of took me off guard there, but back to the action. Jackson's first shot is it's good. Almost said it was no good. I apologize, but her first shot is good, and her second shot is good as well. 2 for 2 from the line for that one. And Harris bringing the ball down at a quick speed for the Lady Bulldogs, and she should have shot. They call a 3-second violation on the Lady Bulldogs. That was against Kayla Abbs. Lady Hornets pushing the pace. Aguilar's going. Aguilar passes to Wooten. Wooten's pass is stolen by Abbs. Abbs gives it to Harris. Harris has the ball. They're trying to drain some clock out here. Harris gets it across the court. They're really putting the pressure on Harris right now, ladies and gentlemen. And they do get caught up in a jump ball. Possession arrow is for the Lady Hornets. Excuse me, they did not switch the arrow, so they do correct it. They say that it is the Lady Bulldogs ball. The Lady Bulldogs pass it to Harris. Harris's pass to Scranton. Passes it to Abbs. Abbs passes to Red. Good ball movement. Scranton goes up. Scranton's shot is no good. Back up from Logan. Logan gets the friendly roll, and that counts the bucket. 19 seconds remaining in this one. Aguilar's pushing it for the Lady Hornets. Jackson's shot is up, and the three is good from Jackson. 8 seconds remaining. Scranton passes it to Harris. Harris is going to take it up the court, run out the clock. And that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. The Lady Bulldogs defeat the Lady Hornets in a thriller. The score is 54-39. The Lady Bulldogs win this game. And we just want to, again, thank our sponsors who support Open Mic Broadcast Network, Lone Star College Tomball, Edmonds Insurance Agency, Larry's Automotive, Attorney Lee Van Richardson, Gunderson's Bookkeeping, District Attorney Elton R. Mathis, Trinity Christian Learning Center, Temple of Refuge Ministries, Garland Harris Jr. Realtor. If you visit any one of these agencies or professional places, please tell them Open Mic Broadcast Network sent you. And you, too, can become a partner or a sponsor for Open Mic Broadcast Network. All you need to do is visit our website, www.obnradio.com. That's obnradio.com to become a listening partner, or you can make an online donation through our PayPal to ensure that our coverage continues throughout the country. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lady Bulldogs will be back in action for their final home game of the season on Friday, February 3rd. Yes, they're off on Tuesday against Tomball Memorial. Thank you for listening to us here at Open Mic Broadcast Network. I have been Jordan Kerl, George Truly, and I will be back with you next Friday for exciting varsity action to wrap up a fantastic season for the Lady Bulldogs. You've been listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. Have a good evening.